Let's take a look at Wednesday's daily math. The value of the underlined digit in the number 2,487,492. The 4 in the hundred thousands place value is underlined, so the value is 400,000. Next, they're asking the value of the underlined digit again in the number 4,389,024. The 4 in the ones place is underlined, so that has a value of 4. Next, we're rounding the number 3,153,007 to the nearest 100,000. I'm going to underline my 100,000's place value and everything bigger. I'm going to look to the next smallest place value, which is the 10,000ths. That 5 is greater than the midpoint. It tells the 1 to go up. So I have 3 million. That 5 tells the 1 to change to a 2. And everything else will turn to zeros. So my answer is 3,200,000. Last month, J.K. Rowling sold 15,978 printed books and 7,129 ebooks. About how many total copies of her book did she sell last month? This says about, so that tells me that I'm going to round. I'm going to round it to the thousands place value. It doesn't tell me what I have to round it to, but I can see that this number is in the thousands. So I can round 15,978 to the nearest thousand. 978 is almost to the next thousand. So she sold about 16,000 printed books. And if I round 7,129, 129 is not over halfway to the next thousand. So that would be about 7,000. And if I add those together, 7 plus 6 gets me 13. 1 plus 1 is 2. So she sold about 23,000 books last month. Next, I'm finding the product, 739 times 9. And find the value of each digit. So 700 times 9, 30 times 9, and 9 times 9. Okay. I know 7 times 9 is 63. And I have 2 zeros to add. 3 times 9 is 27. I have 1 zero to add. And 9 times 9 is 81. If I add those together, 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 7 plus 8 is 15. Can carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6. And 6 plus nothing is 6. So my answer is 6,651. Next question. The cafeteria has 6 round tables and 23 rectangular tables. If each round table has 7 chairs and each rectangular table has 10 chairs, how many chairs are there in the cafeteria? So I have 6 round tables. Each round table has 7 chairs, so I'll multiply 6 times 7 to figure out how many chairs there are at the round table. 6 times 7 is 42. Then there are 23 rectangular tables. Each rectangular table has 10 chairs. 23 times 10. Remember, when a number gets 10 times bigger, we're moving it each digit over to the next largest place value. 23 times 1 is 23, and I have 1 zero to add. So that would be 230 chairs at the rectangular tables. 42 plus 230. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 2 plus nothing is 2. So there are 272 chairs in the cafeteria. Next, we're listing the first 5 multiples of 13. So I'm skip counting by 13. 13 times 1 is 13. 13 times 2 is 26. If I add 13 more to that, I'm going to get 39. If I add 13 more to that, I'll get 52. And then 13 more is 65. 13, 26, 39, 52, and 65. Next, if I list all the factors of 13, I know I have 1 times 13 is 13. 13 is not even, so 2 cannot be a factor. Check 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 5 is 15. So I can't multiply any whole number times 3 to equal 13. If I try 4, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. So there's no whole number times 4 that equals 13. I know 5 won't be a factor because if a number is multiplied by 5, it's going to either end in a 0 or a 5, and 13 does not end in either one of those numbers. If I try 6, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18, so 6 would not be a factor. If I try 7, 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. That's more than 13. So I know that there are no other factors. Since the only 2 factors of 13 are 1 and 13, it is a prime number. All right, next we've got a pattern. 1, then we have 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So what would come next? If I look at this, I see I have 1 one time. I have 2 twice. I have 3 3 times. So I'll have 4, the next number, 4 times. So the rule for the pattern is each digit repeats according to its value. So I had 1 one time, 2 twice, 3 3 times. I would have 4 4 times, and if I continued my pattern, I would have 5 5 times, 6 6 times, and so on. Next, we look at this pattern. I have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So I know 1 times 2 gets me 2. 2 times 2 gets me 4. 4 times 2 gets me 8. 8 times 2 gets 16. 16 times 2 is going to get me 32. Write that down here so it's a little easier to read. 32 times 2 is going to get me 64. If I do 64 times 2, I'm going to get 128. And 128 times 2 will get me 256. So the rule for the pattern above, we're doubling the previous number. Multiplying by 2 is the same as doubling. And for the next pattern, we have 3, 8, 13, 18. I can't multiply 3 times anything to get me to 8, but I can add 3 plus 5 to get 8. I'm going to see if that works for the next one. 8 plus 5 does get me 13. 13 plus 5 does get me 18. So that tells me that the rule is that I'm going to be adding 5. 18 plus 5 gets me 23. If I add 5 to 23, I'll get 28. Then if I add 5 to 28, I'll have 33. And if I add 5 to 33, that gets me 38. So the rule for the pattern above is add 5.